Today, I'm going to take you to some of the most beloved places in Las Vegas that are adored by locals. But one thing, they're not where you think they are. And most excitingly, we're gonna need a ride. Look at it. Oh my God, isn't it beautiful? Okay, but we'll talk about this in a second. But first things first, Las Vegas has been growing exponentially over the past few decades. And guess what? Most locals are gonna say to you that they don't go to the Strip. What can I say? I'm a special case. And hey, there's even tourists that say that they want to venture out and explore the outer neighborhoods, which voila, this is Vegas. And it's gotten quite big that we have over 2 million people living in this city. And we have dozens and dozens of neighborhoods. And to make it easier, we're gonna split up the city into 4 quadrants. We got the Northwest, Southwest, Northeast, and Southeast. And again, there's a ton of neighborhoods all over the city and some that kind of overlap each quadrant. But instead, what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna take you to each quadrant and I'm gonna show you my favorite spot of the area. And we're gonna mention some other really cool spots as well, which we're gonna start with the Northwest. We're here. Where there's more, right? Oh yes, and we're gonna take this car. We made it to Mount Charleston. Okay, well, technically we're on the Lee Canyon side, but yeah, this is my favorite spot in the whole northwest side of Las Vegas. But yes, over the northwest quadrant, we do have plenty of nice neighborhoods, like we have Centennial, Providence, we have some of North Summerlin, we have Sky Point, which is kind of a new area that leads up over here towards Mount Charleston and Lee Canyon. That one is definitely pretty new. Now, if you are looking for nature, a good hiking spot is actually Lone Mountain. It's like a really nice area, or if you want to do something a little bit more challenging, you could definitely go up the mountain. But yeah, this is definitely a place that I really like to come, especially when there's still snow. This right here is one of my favorite spots. I'll actually put like a little location marker in the description, but I think this area right here is amazing to go sledding, which is why I brought these. And then I know a lot of people don't know about this, but we actually do have a ski resort right here where you can ski and snowboard as well, which I have done it before. And it's not just really good for the winter, but summer is amazing up here because just imagine all this being full on green. And the best part is that it is about 20 degrees colder up here. So if you're here in Las Vegas in the middle of July and it's 110 degrees out or something and you want just a little bit of break from that heat, just come on up to Mount Charleston to Lee Canyon and it'll be a lot more cooler. But the same goes for the winter, and it's 20 or 30 degrees colder, so that's why I wasn't prepared and I took the roof off the Bronco, and I probably shouldn't have done that. It got really cold really quick as we were coming up the mountain. But shall we go sledding? Oh my God. The worst part is that we have to climb back up. Stop being so lazy and making me have to drag you. So yeah, in case you didn't know, it does snow in Las Vegas. Well, kind of. I mean, if it does get cold enough to snow.
Wild weather in Nevada, parts of Las Vegas, even the Strip, waking up to as much as 2 inches of snow this morning. The city got hit with a surprise storm last night. The first time in more than a decade, Las Vegas Valley has seen enough snow for it to stick.
It'll usually be like on the outer areas of Las Vegas, such as like Summerlin, the Southwest, maybe Henderson. Yeah, usually more towards mountains. If I hit my camera, girl, you have to subscribe. And then something else that's really cool that I used to go to all the time in the Northwest area, there's actually a Smith's, which is a grocery store, right towards the very end over here, like towards the end of the city, and it has a bar inside of the Smith's. I thought it was so cool. I mean, I think all they would serve is wine and beer, and they have charcuterie boards too. So if you do live in Las Vegas, or if you just happen to be in the Northwest area, I think that's definitely another cool spot to check out. Oh, and then how could I forget about With Love Always, which of course you guys know Drew Unlocked. He's over here in the Northwest area too, over by Durango and the 215 area. So if you're coming to Lee Canyon and you want amazing burgers, amazing fries, you definitely have to go check that place out. Oh, it is so good. So yeah, this is one of the cool spots that I really like on this side. There's another side that I want to show you guys. It's not really like a place where that many people stop. I call it my little secret area. I'm not gonna gatekeep it. I think we should go over there and check it out. Now, some of you might be asking, is this my new car? And no, this is not my car, but thankfully I do get to drive it because I am renting it from Turo, which Turo is the world's largest car sharing marketplace. So you get these cars from people who list them for rent on the platform, and it's super easy to book. You could do it on the website, which is Turo.com, or you could do it straight from the app. And they're all over the world. They have them in the US, the UK, Canada, France, and Australia. You can choose from an extraordinary selection of over 1,400 makes and models. They literally have everything from classic cars, the latest cars, and electric vehicles as well. Like, I chose this car because I think Broncos are so cool, and knowing that I was gonna come to the mountain, I just want a little extra power in the car, you know? Plus, it's amazing that you can choose the specific car that you want versus like the vague sedan, compact car, or SUV that other rental companies give you. And you won't even know what you're getting until the keys are handed to you. Plus, also, who wants to wait in those long lines to get your rental car, especially right after you got off the plane? So with Turo, it's an easy pickup and drop off where you can coordinate with your host, and the car can even be delivered to your hotel or wherever you're staying. So thank you to Turo for sponsoring today's local adventure, and make sure that you book through the link to rent your own Turo. So we're here. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and just put in the description the exact location because there's no street here or anything. And then also you can tell right where the Bronco is located. There's a parking area right here. And then this is a way that you'll know that you're actually here. Don't worry, that's my camera girl. Don't get scared. Just kidding. That's not a camera girl. That's Belinda. If you guys watch my second channel, you'll know who I'm talking about from back in the concierge days. Yeah, this is so cool. Like, you have this little alleyway, hallway, I don't know, but it leads straight on in. But this place is so cute right here. It's like so secluded. There's not really anybody around. Yeah, I think we're the only ones right here right now. You can just hang out in this area, or you can keep going a little bit further back. Yeah, there's a lot of trees. You can sled from up there too. I've even seen people build tree houses from a bunch of sticks up there. Only one that knows about this place is a snowman. Looks like he got a jaw reduction. You're still cute, sir. I actually showcased this place too in my Things to Do in Mount Charleston video a few years ago, and that time we did go a little bit more deeper into the forest area. Dale, mija. Oh my God. Ah! This is not dangerous at all. Southwest now. Okay, so I have brought you here to another one of my favorite spots from this quadrant, which we'll go in there for a second, but there is so much that the Southwest has to offer. I mean, for the neighborhoods, we also have like the Summerlin area, we have Spring Valley, we have the Southwest that we actually call, there's Southern Highlands, and lots of other neighborhoods around. Of course, we also have Chinatown, which, if you guys know, there is so much to offer there. It is just hundreds of restaurants, bars, so much to offer in that area. It's literally a lot that I haven't been to all of it. One day I plan to. One day. But yeah, kind of starting off in the Summerlin area, they do have downtown Summerlin, which is a nice little area. It's kind of like an outdoor mall. It has a movie theater, it has lots of shops, lots of amazing restaurants. It has a gym there. It's a very walkable area, so it's definitely a spot that people wouldn't take their dogs if you want to go shopping. Honestly, I just kind of enjoy being in the area in general. And then right in front of it is Red Rock Casino, which is another one of the stations casino. And again, that place is also massive, also has a movie theater, plenty of delicious restaurants and lounges, and of course, a really good place to gamble. And then of course, right where Red Rock Casino is, nearby is the actual Red Rock Canyon. Now that place, I wouldn't say that it's super local. I do feel like more tourists go to that section, but if you ever do, it is definitely gorgeous to like drive around there if you want to take your bike. Definitely amazing for hiking as well. And then kind of coming a little bit more towards the center, again, we do have Chinatown. There's also the Springs Preserve, which, in case you haven't been, it's a great place for an outdoor adventure. Definitely great for families, and it's actually not that expensive, and you get to see a lot of nature in there. And then once you start coming down a little bit more towards the south, they have more great options. So another Stations casino that they have is the Durango. That one is also pretty new, and from all the station casinos, I would say that's one of my favorites just because it's very light in there, very airy. It's a little bit smaller than Red Rock, but it has great selections again for eating, drinking, gambling. And then right across the street from that is another one of my favorites, and that's the Uncommons. At the moment, the Uncommons is really more like restaurants, lounges. It has like maybe a shop or two. It's still being developed more, but that's definitely one of my favorite places. Even in Uncommons, another place that I really like to go to is Wino. Just a regular wine bar, but I feel like I'm there all the time. And then also just a little bit more south is Exploration Peak Park. That's another great place if you want to go hiking. The hike is actually not too long, so it's a very good moderate to light hike. And once you do get up there, it has an amazing view of the whole Las Vegas Valley, the Strip. It is just so gorgeous. So yeah, I definitely do feel like the Southwest has more of the nature things to do in the city. And then also lots of small businesses, which is where we're going to right now. Okay guys, so one more time, we're here inside of Milpa in the Southwest Quadrant. One of my favorite places here. This is Chef DJ, which he owns, makes everything. How would you describe your restaurant?
I think it's like a contemporary Mexican cafe. We have brunch and tacos all day, so you have the coffee program and the masa program, so it's all in one.
The way I tell people it's like a really good Mexican restaurant but healthy.
It's like a Mexican Earth cafe.
I like that. I like that. Okay. The reason I come here all the time is for their tetelas. I'm here all the time.
Yeah.
For that, and then their salsa matcha.
Oh, yeah.
So I bribed Chef DJ so much money to tell us exactly how it's made, because I want you guys to know exactly how it's made, because you guys have to come and try this.
So right here we're grinding our heirloom corn, and it's just the process of nixtamalization. It's grinding the whole kernels into what is fresh ground masa, and we don't add anything else, just water. This is the corn itself.
Oh, that smells so good.
Yeah.
It smells like actual tortillas. Check it out, even all their salsas are made fresh. Oh, is that the puree?
That is the puree. Butternut squash puree, we roast it, salt and pepper, roasted in the oven.
Oh my God, this is the dish that you know I come here all the time for.
Yes, so it's a mushroom squash tortilla, and the tortillas are triangle pockets. Usually they have black beans and cheese. We do it a little different. We stuff it with butternut squash puree, fried eggs, cauliflower and mushrooms, and then a salsa matcha on top.
Which I always ask for an extra salsa matcha. I recommend you guys do that too.
Yes.
So good. Now they usually do give you a good amount of salsa matcha, but again, I always have to ask for more. I'm gonna try to make the perfect little corner here. Okay, they created the perfect first bite. Okay, I don't know what happened, but I think I got a light spice in there. I think this dish is just perfect because again, it has like the little sweetness from the butternut squash, and then the perfect savoriness from the salsa matcha, the tortilla, and then the cooked up mushrooms and cauliflower. And then I know what some of you are gonna think and say, oh my God, Norma, this sauce or this salsa, isn't it hella spicy? It's actually not. It's actually kind of more like on the smoky side. I know typically whenever you see sauces that are this dark, you're gonna think that they're ultra spicy, but no. Which fun fact, his salsa is so good that he actually has them on sale. So if you wanna buy a whole thing, take it home with you, you definitely can. And then it is 1 in the afternoon right now, and look how poppin' it is. Oh! Which they're doing so good that he's also opening up a lounge over in the Arts District, which totally different quadrant. We'll get there soon. But yeah, that was definitely going to be more drinks, more cocktails. They are still going to have some bites there as well, such as tacos. So make sure to keep an eye out because that's going to be opening up soon. Now, if you do want to try some of their other dishes, they do also serve brunch and breakfast all day. So they have perfect items such as chilaquiles, huevos rancheros, ceviches. They have a lot of different hearty bowls that will fill you up. And of course, some really delicious tacos. Okay, I'm full. Off to the next quadrant. Welcome to the northeast side. Y'all, it is windy today. Can you see that? Oh, I'm a little afraid that this might blow away, but this is the best place we can be at right now. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, but I am terrified right now. And I know this video is more about, talking about like some of my favorite spots to hit up all over the city. But I mean, this is the reality about living in Las Vegas is that it gets windy sometimes. I know that's something that not a lot of people know about Las Vegas. But yeah, I would say like around springtime, like anywhere between February, March, April, May, it gets windy and really bad. Now, I know it kind of looks like in the inside of a circus or something right now because of this, but I am actually in Broadacres Marketplace, which I'll explain in a little bit. But yeah, over on the east side, I would say this is probably like our smallest quadrant just because majority of this area, it's taken by Nellis Air Force. But yes, in case you didn't know, we do have a whole base here. It is pretty big. It is a little bit more towards the upper northeast side. But yeah, if you ever see any aircraft in the sky, that's probably where they're coming from. But yeah, a good chunk of the northeast and even some of like the southeast areas, it is predominantly Hispanic communities. So you're gonna find a lot of Hispanic restaurants. They also have a place called Ojos Locos, which is more of a newer hotel and casino. And yeah, that's also definitely known to have a lot of Hispanic parties there. The restaurants, of course, are amazing. Like one of my favorites was Viva Zapatas. That's over in this area. Oh, the banda started up again. Can you hear it? But there is a lot more in this area. So over here is where they have a lot of the ATV tours that run. I've actually done an ATV tour up here, and it is so much fun just because we do have a lot of desert in this area. If you do go a little bit more north, you're also going to run into Valley of Fire, which is just beautiful rock formations. Also, it's great for hiking. If you just want to take your car and drive around, it's almost like the Red Rock Canyon, but of the northeast side. And it's not even that far. It's maybe like about a 45-minute drive away from Las Vegas. So if you do have a car, that's definitely a place to visit. And then over towards that area, we do have the Speedway, which a lot happens there. I mean, of course, we have NASCAR, and that's also where EDC is held, which is the Electric Daisy Carnival. So it's a big rave. I think like hundreds of thousands of people fit there. So that it's always a huge party right there. They also do have the Cannery Hotel, which is a place where a lot of locals hang out. They have a movie theater there as well. Oh, and then kind of coming back to where we are right now, this is, again, Broadacres Marketplace, also known as the swap meet. If you don't know what a swap meet is, you can also call it like a Mexican flea market. At least that's what it is for us here. So they sell so much here. I mean, they have clothes, they have toys, they have a lot of food. I've actually shown this off in my best Mexican restaurants place. And yeah, they have a lot of different food. I come and I just love getting a coconut, which they cut right there for you. And yeah, they have employees that it looks like they rip it open with their bare hands, so props to them for that. But yeah, they sell so many things here, so you'll probably find almost anything that you're looking for. And as you guys saw, they do have bandas playing, or AKA a whole Mexican band, and they're just so good, and they just started doing concerts here too. And even though it's windy AF, it doesn't matter. I mean, this place is still packed. All right, time to try the freshest coconut water you can have out there. Oh, so good. And the freshest coconut too. You can definitely go crazy and add all these different toppings like chiles, they have limon, they have tajin. They have a lot you can mix up into the bag, but I don't want to compromise its integrity, so we're gonna have it just as is. I don't come often, but I do love this place. I mean, I just love being around my Mexican community, and then my Mexican just happens to come out sometimes when I'm here. Ya me la acabé. Yo quiero una pa'l frillito. Hijo de su madre. Mijo, unos 3 taquitos, ¿no? Una michelada. Pero me la haces bien picosa, ¿eh? Just kidding, I can't handle picos. Oh my God. Tienen pollitos. If you're a Mexican, you had a pollito as a pet at one point. Yeah, and a gansito too. Not the chocolate, the real animal. We made it to the southeast. So personally, I do think that the southeast quadrant of Las Vegas is probably the biggest one here. I mean, they have absolutely so many different neighborhoods. I mean, not only does it hold Henderson, we have the east side, we have the Strip, we have downtown, Arts District, we have like Sunrise Mountain, we have over towards Boulder City. Yeah, there's just absolutely so much to offer here. So if you guys can see, there's people playing in the background, they're drinking. There's dogs. I'll explain that in a second. Everything in the southeast quadrant is definitely growing super, super fast. All right, so kind of starting over towards the north. So we do have downtown, which yes, it is considered to be more of a touristy area, but honestly, a lot of locals prefer to go downtown than to the Strip, which downtown does host one of my favorite areas, which is Fremont East. And right there, one of my favorite bars to go to is the Griffin, which is kind of funny. It almost looks like it's a cave, but it almost looks like it's an underground British bar. bar, I don't know. It has fireplaces in there. I just think that place is so cool. We also do have the Arts District, which more and more places are being built there and started there. Of course, it has great restaurants, lounges. They have kind of like antique stores as well. And then going a little bit more south, we do have the East Side, which I would say has probably the most amount of authentic Mexican restaurants. A lot of my favorites are actually right there. There's a place called, I think, El Diamante. Definitely love all of their food. Their ceviches are amazing. And I've even gone there once for brunch, and they had a whole banda playing for such a long time. I definitely was there for the Mexican vibe. So, if you want to feel the rich Mexican culture, that's probably where to go. Now, a Mexican spot that I haven't tried yet is called Cactus Buffet. All my friends that are Mexican that have tried it say they really like it, so that's definitely a spot that we're going to have to visit one day. Going a little bit more south, we do have the airport right there, which right across the street from the airport where there is Pane Vino, which is an Italian restaurant. And oh my God, I just went there for the first time a few weeks ago. That place is so cute. Well, the inside, it's so charming, and it has a really good view of the Las Vegas Strip and towards the airplanes as well. And their food is so good as well. My friend ended up ordering a shrimp fettuccine alfredo style pasta, and oh my God, I could not without. I was literally eating her pasta more than I was my own. Going a little bit more towards the southeast, we do have Henderson, which is kind of like a city within a city inside of Las Vegas. Definitely a really big area. Now, I personally think to know that I know Las Vegas like the back of my hand. Like, I don't even need a GPS to drive myself around. But something about Henderson, I get lost there so much. Just the streets are a little bit different than they are in the rest of Vegas. But that's just me. Maybe I don't know, maybe I never took the time to like truly learn the streets. But yeah, definitely very big. They do have Green Valley Ranch, which is another of their station casinos. I have featured them on the channel before. They have really cool igloos during the winter. I think they also have a really nice pool. I think theirs is super awesome. They have, of course, a movie theater, also a bowling alley. We also have Ethelham's Chocolate Factory and Botanical Gardens, which also have shown on the channel. During their winter, their botanical garden kind of becomes like a little winter wonderland. They literally wrap lights around the cactus and all the other trees. It's so cute. Whether if you come for the winter or during the summer, any other time, I actually really like that spot. And when you first walk in, they give you like a little sample of chocolate just so you can try it out. And oh, they're so good. Going a little bit more towards the southeast, we do have Water Street, which in my opinion is kind of like an arts district, but of Henderson, because it has a lot of restaurants, lots of bars. They have little casinos there as well. It's also very walkable, so that's a place that is also very popular. And if you are looking for something a little bit more towards the nature end, of course there is Lake Las Vegas. There's also Lake Mead. If you're looking for something for like hiking, they have the Gold Strike hike. There's a historic railroad trail, which I wouldn't really call it a hike, but it's really like a nice walk, and you are going through all these tunnels. Like it's actually pretty scenic. They have Whitney Mesa as well, and then of course there's Boulder City, which is that city a little bit more toward the southeast. It's where the Hoover Dam resides. That is a whole nother area to be discovered. But yeah, there's absolutely so much here in the southeast quadrant. All right, so kind of going back to where we are now. So this is Khoury's Fine Wine and Spirits. Now, as soon as you walk in, it just kind of looks like a regular liquor store, but oh my God, it is so much more. So of course, they're gonna sell so much. So they have wines, beers, they have different types of spirits, but also they do have this area right behind me, which is kind of like a little lounge area. So you can order your beers, order your wines. They have different liquors right here that you can actually serve right here. They have dozens and dozens of beers, which you can either have by itself or you could have a flight, which we may or may not have in a second. Lots of really delicious wines. And then something else that's really cool, they actually have a little fridge right here that is just full of different types of meats, cheeses, olives, crackers. So you can kind of build yourself like a little charcuterie board and just eat it right here. But if you do want something that's a little bit more hearty, they do have different food trucks that do come by outside, and you can have yourself a full-size meal, and you can eat it either inside right here, or they do have a little area that you can sit outside and just kind of hang out. And then the cutest thing is that you can actually bring your dog here too. So you have dogs right now that are just sitting at the bar, they're just chilling by the table saying, "Dad, have your beer. Enjoy." All right, so I went ahead and I got myself a flight to show you guys just what they have here. Again, they do offer wine, beer, cocktails, so pretty much any alcohol you can think of. But for flights specifically, they do offer it for beers. So typically I'm more of a lager type of person here. Not so much into IPAs, but just for you guys, I say let's branch out a little bit and just try a few different things. And then coolest part is that they do write it right here for you. So, just in case if you forget. In the name of research, just a slight bit of bitterness right there. Okay, but yes, I would order that again. We got the Dunkelweiss. German. Oh, that's so good. I really like this one. It makes me feel like I'm back in, I don't know, Hofbrauhaus during Oktoberfest. Valkyrie Amber. Okay, I could do that. I could do that. And then a porter, which, what the heck? Look at that. You can't even see through that at all. Okay, it's definitely doable. Obviously, depends on your taste. But yeah, I could definitely do this. Obviously, of course, the Dunkelweiss is my favorite though. All right, guys, so as you can see, Las Vegas has so many things for locals to do here and tourists as well. So if you want to go off exploring, make sure that maybe you get yourself a car and just go to all the corners of this lovely city. And guys, we are almost to 200,000 subscribers. So please make sure that you, first of all, like this comment, subscribe, and then also comment below what's your favorite local things to do in Las Vegas and what's your favorite quadrant or neighborhood. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you next time. Okay, but some other areas that a lot of people do love in the world. Was that okay? You have the skiing or what's it called? No, wait. That hurt a little. Ooh, poop. Largest car marketplace. No, that's not it. Yeah, I almost fell too. Some hot chocolate. This is Chef. I was about to say Chef Milpa. Not that. I'm not scared. I know I'm scared.